Pretty?
Hello!
Hi!
Welcome to All About the Bass! I'm Nathan.
He's Nathan, I'm Lee.
He's Lee. And hey, look! Don't you hate it when you turn up at a party
We've done it again!
and they're wearing the same thing?
We do need to start coordinating.
Well, we have. We're perfectly coordinated.
Oh, yeah.
It's the mustard twins.
Yes, we are.
Moutard. Now then, today we've got an interesting little experiment because we've got this hot on the scene. Is this amazing new thing from Boss, the Katana Bass Amp.
Yes.
What's it called?
Katana, is it KT110B? This one is.
That'll do, yeah.
Or the 112B, I think maybe it is. 112.
No, I think it's 110.
It is 110, sorry.
It's 110 with a horn.
I mean, sort of, yes, it's a 110 with a horn.
Well prepared as ever.
As ever.
And we thought it would be interesting to compare this with one of our old favourites, which is the Fender Rumble 100.
Which we've done a couple of now. We've actually compared it to the new Ampeg Rocket as well, didn't we? The little combo. So just because this has been such a staple, such a iconic amp in the range for the money and the power and all, etc., etc. I think it's definitely a good one to compare to some of these new kids on the block. So
yeah, if you're in the market for a new, a bass amp of this sort of size,
yeah,
then these might be two things that you'd be looking at.
Yeah, so you're right.
Yeah, this is the first thing.
Yeah.
That you're going to notice is the Katana has got loads of stuff in it.
All the stuff.
It's got all the stuff.
All of the stuff.
Everything you can possibly imagine. So that they are two very different beasts on as far as that goes. You know, Fender, very straightforward. Sounds great.
Yep.
Really good sound. The normal sort of EQ and stuff, bit of overdrive on it, as you'd expect.
Yeah.
You know, and that's it. Great build quality, of course, as you'd expect from Fender. The Boss, on the other hand,
yeah,
it's got
more the modelling,
all the other stuff. Now, of course, that's not everybody's cup of tea. But if it is, then it's probably well worth investigating the Boss.
This is for you, yes, yeah. There's not really. Check out. We've just done a video if you haven't seen it as well. Just releasing the range and a bit of an overview on this. So for the full details and
yeah, we looked at this one and it's sort of big brother, the 160 watt 210. Now this one's rated at 60 watts.
Yes.
But they're using that sort of Class AB rating system.
Yeah.
Whereas the Fender's rated at 100 watts, but I think that's more the sort of Class D.
Yes.
This is some very technical things, but it's two different ways of looking at of outputs and stuff. But really, the reality is, we crank these up a little bit earlier, just for we're not going to subject you to it. But I think. Because the whole point about the Class AB thing is it's supposed to be louder. Yeah,
and a slightly more dynamic response to it.
So despite this being rated at 60 watts, and this is at 100, they're about the same volume.
Yeah.
In the room.
Yeah.
You can take our word from it. So, you know, volume-wise, they're the same, I would say, about the same.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
So then it's really, so as you were saying, this is more the modelling, this is more simplistic, you know, standard kind of EQ, and you've got a drive channel on the Fender.
Yep.
You have all of that on here, it's just a little bit more of an expanded option, so you've got, say, presets and modelling you can do with phones and apps and all that things that you can plug in or do by Bluetooth. So see all the details below, that you can scope pretty much any of this EQ, your preamp side of it, and then you've got loads of effects, like kind of any effect that anything you'd want to put in your signal.
Yeah. And then the
you can do that.
opportunity of editing all that stuff on your laptop or on your phone, you know, dependent on, you know, what sort of route you go down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. And also, you're probably thinking, yeah, but what about price? It's a bit tricky with this one because at the time of recording, this is literally it's February the 2nd today, and these aren't out yet.
They're so new.
But there's a guide price at the moment of about €400.
So we're thinking around there, 350.
It's going to be between 350 and 400 pounds. I imagine. This is 309. So yeah, it's going to be another 50, 60 quid more for this.
Yep.
So that might affect your
decision making.
Your decision making.
So I'm finishing your sentence.
Please, no, I need you. Can you come around with me all the time and do that?
I can.
It'd be very useful. Yes, exactly. Your decision making process. Yes. So
yeah.
I suppose we should really have a play.
Yeah, I think. Do you want to have a go play first?
I'll have a play.
Play around with this.
Yes.
And then maybe when you do the same for this.
Yes.
Maybe we just focus on what they both have in common. Maybe instead of going for all the effects, because this is something that this doesn't do.
Yeah.
Maybe we just compare the EQ and gain stages. And and the scoping maybe. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Cool.
We can do that. So today both amps are being DI'd. So we've got a direct output straight into our recording devices. They're also being mic'd up. So I'm sure the guys will let you know what you're listening to, whether it's DI or mic, because, you know, as they're combos, of course, it's worth micing them up, just so you can hear what the speakers sound like too.
Too right, yeah. And, I mean, even though, say, there's nothing wrong with the speakers that these guys use, these is Eminence.
I think so, yeah. Industry standard.
Industry standard. On the Boss, probably it's worth mentioning that these have all been designed just for this amp by the guys at Boss. So this is, say, unique chassis and speakers just for this amp. So if that's something that you might hear or might not, just up to you. So
I'll tell you what, look, for a laugh, why don't we then? Because you're saying let's just compare like for like. You get your bass. I've got my bass. We've got the same bass, right?
Yep, we do.
This is a Charvel San Dimas sort of PJ thing, which are very nice basses. Kind of newish out, aren't they?
Yes, new
We like these a lot, actually.
Yes.
We're going to have a little review of these one day. So I'm going to play a bit.
Okay.
Right, and then I'm going to have a little twiddle with the EQ, and then you do it.
I'll match what EQ you set.
Okay.
Yeah, so whatever we go through, maybe do some different settings and just, do it like for like, and see what comes out.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, so just flat, right?
Yeah.
So we're all flat here at the moment. I don't have anything in here. We've got some various switches here on the Fender.
Yeah.
A bright switch, a contour switch, and a vintage switch. So I'm going to have all of those out.
Cool.
So it's kind of flat, completely flat. Let's see what that sounds like.
Yeah.
And I'll pick up wise. I'm right in the middle.
Yep.
Both pickups on, full volume, centre click on here. So everything's flat on the bass too.
Cool. All right, I've got the same. And let me just match this. So this will put a little bit of gain.
No, I don't think you're going to need it on that.
No.
They're pretty hot as we found, so I'd leave that where it is.
Problem. EQ is flat.
Because the basses are hot too, you remember?
They are indeed. So yeah, this is on the flat setting of this one. So yeah, let's just map it as it is.
Interesting. So look, I'm going to put my vintage button in now.
Oh,
You put yours in.
vintage.
Yeah.
Let's do it. You hear where it's just rounded
Vintage
it off. and it-
characteristics?
Yes, yes.
All right, let's come out of vintage.
Out of vintage.
Now I've got a contour on here, and I think there might be modern on yours. Should
It
we
is
try
indeed.
that?
Yeah, modern and contour. Yeah. That sounds scoopy as well, doesn't it? Yeah.
Definitely scoops. Okay, this has got a lot. It's like for like.
Like
comparison. I can't enjoy it.
Yeah. You've got some extra switch. Oh yeah, shall we try your drive channel while we're on it?
Yeah, let's do that. All right, bit of overdrive. Engage.
Engage. Nice. Okay, okay. Right, mine's just on. It's just coming on. So let's just see how much. Not much.
Worth mentioning at this point, okay, like for like, very good.
Yep.
But you've got 3 drives in here.
I do.
So let's try another one.
Okay.
Go on. Let's try another one. What are we on there? Let's try that one. Nice.
Oh, you can hear those different. Yeah, it's just an EQ scope or something, or slightly different.
Just different models, just different model drives, right?
That sounds great.
Okay, interesting. Okay. So that's where we've sort of we've drifted apart.
This is it. So yeah, but this is where this kind of takes over, I would say, with extra, as we're saying, extras that you can go on to.
Extra features, yeah.
Yeah, on top of that basic sound of the scope and EQ and a few bits of gain and sort of vintage on and off. But this is where you get into the modelling side of adding whatever effects you want. You can do 2 dual effects on these at the same time with different volumes for each that you can manage. Yeah. You can put. I mean, I think there's 6, can't you?
We'll show the boys and girls at home. We'll show them that in a minute because we've got to show them, right?
Oh, it does sound great. You've got to hear it, yeah.
So let's look at the EQ. I'll have a play while I'm playing. Why don't you have a little noodle of that?
No problem.
We'll swap. Sound good?
Do it.
So everything's back flat here.
Yep.
No voicing or anything like that. Everything's kind of flat.
Yep.
No drive or anything like that. So it's just flat bass.
Yeah.
Right.
Nice.
Go on then, I shall return the favour.
Okie dokie. Okay, what have we got? Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, with 4 band as well. Okay, nice. Yes. Oh, you're back.
Phone my chiropractor immediately. So we're over this.
Yes.
Well, that was very interesting. Now, so the Rumble's got 4-band EQ on it, bass,
Yep.
low, mid, high, mid, treble, as has this Katana. Now, additionally, the Katana has 3 different mid frequencies that you can cut and boost. So again, I have to say, when I was playing with that, it was very musical. That was nice.
Yeah,
I was making lots of nice different. Yeah, I went.
You play with those?
I did.
So this is it. I mean, that's something that, again, apparently you can scope even on the app as well, like what the frequency you want to be sort of changing to, right? If it was on the low or the high mid, so that's all changeable as well.
This is very true. And other things on this outputs.
That's a good shout. Yep.
What
you got?
I've got send and return.
Aha.
You have on that.
Yes, send and return.
I've got aux in. You have on that.
Yes.
I've got headphones out. You have on that.
Yes.
I've got a foot switch, which I guess switches the drive on and off. So
I have as well. I've got an expression and a foot switch, but I think there is the GAFC foot switch that goes with this, which can do a plethora of different things.
many things. It can switch, because also, we'll get to this in a minute, but this has presets on it.
Yes. Yep.
6 that you can access just from the amp without the foot switch. And then all the effects and all that sort of stuff as well. So.
Yes. I mean, even that's the other thing we've got here, which I can see, is the Bluetooth connectivity, which.
Well, this is true. This is like
this
is an optional thing. This is going to be around about 50 quid, and it's an optional thing that you can plug into the back of the amp, which then means you can edit all the features of the amp with your iPhone. Your Android phone or your iPad or your Android tablet. So that is something that might appeal to you. It's a nice, handy, an optional gizmo. As is the foot switch, that's optional as well.
Yep.
But, it's nice to know that it's expandable.
Absolutely.
So that's kind of where the similarities end.
Yes.
But it's worth, seeing as we're doing this review, then it's going to be worth having a look at what else the Boss does.
Yep, indeed.
For the extra money. So
yeah, we'll give you a quick fly through some of this other fun stuff that this does.
I've had complaints about me putting my T on amplifiers. So let's make sure I don't do that.
Oh.
I'm going to put it down next to this main supply unit down here.
Perfectly safe.
Right. So done that. No. Now effects.
Yep.
That's I suppose the first thing we're going to look at on here. Shall we have a look? Listen.
See what's already in there, kind of thing.
There's 2 effects that you can access directly from the amp. And within those 2 effect sends, you've got 3 effects in that. So let's see what the first one does.
Okay. Oh, we've got an envelope.
Do the chords?
Oh yeah.
Cool. So there we had
envelope filter,
a synth, which is polyphonic. I noticed.
Yes, yeah, indeed.
And tracked incredibly well.
Yeah, really, really fast. There's nothing glitching.
Octaver.
Yep.
And then on effects 2, we had chorus,
bit of flange,
phase, some modulation certainly, and then a delay, which you've got a tap control for as well, so you can alter that on the fly, live. You can alter that.
Brilliant.
And then moving along, something else this one's got is presets. you're back in the room, you hit that button there, panel,
Yep.
and it just goes back to how it was.
If you panic, don't panic. Press the panel button. Everything will be fine.
I should call it a panic button. So, yeah, that's pretty amazing, right?
It's really, really good. Really, really good. Just one thing, as we just right off this end,
yes,
just that other little thing to mention, it's a little attenuator that this has. So that was on the maximum volume.
Yeah.
You kind of have a little bit of like a mute switch on the standby, so you can take the lead out without it making any noise.
Yeah, foot switchable, I'd imagine.
And, yes, you can indeed. And 1 watt, so you can put it down to 1 watt, so
little practice.
You won't hear too much.
Of course. So, and if that annoys your neighbours, plug your headphones in.
Yeah. You've got different levels of quietness that you might need.
Well, quite quiet. So, I suppose to sum up, you know, I'm still a massive fan of the Rumbles because I think they're really well built.
Yep.
Here's an interesting one. Right, that we haven't thought about.
Do it.
Weight. I don't mean weight.
Weight there. No,
what
actual
I mean
weight.
is, what do they
These
weigh?
are famous for being literally weighing nothing, don't they? The
so,
Rumbles.
Fender Rumble. Oh man, I could lift that up with my little finger.
Ooh, you can actually give that one a try. Little finger?
No.
Okay, yeah.
No, that's a very different prospect. If I did that with a little finger up, oh no, I can actually.
Oh, you can.
But it's a lot heavier.
Test works.
It's a lot heavier. Again, that's going to affect some people more than others. If you're trying to get to a gig on the tube, you're going to want something lighter.
If weight is the main issue for you, yes.
How dare you?
No, not
it's
like
just
that.
The way the shirt's
when it comes to carrying gear, that might be the one. But I don't know. Yeah, but the tone punchiness, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't give my opinion, but I think this is kicking out. It's feeling good and punchy, but
the thing is, right? If you don't want loads of fuss, if you want a really nice, simple, good sounding bass amp, the Rumble's your man.
Yeah.
If you want a load of features,
all bells and whistles,
then the Boss has got it.
Yeah.
I mean, it literally does so much stuff.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, maybe it is as simple as that. As simple as that for you guys making the decision as well.
You might think less is more. Mm-hmm. You might think more is more.
Yeah. Yes.
It's
a free country, eh? Free choice.
Hey,
make up your own mind.
Well, exactly. You know, I don't think it's for us to say.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because everybody likes different things. But we just thought it was worth showing you what the differences are.
Yeah, too right.
And if you're in the market for an amp around this sort of price, like I say, at the moment, 309.
Yeah.
I reckon this is going to be about 370, something like that, I'm guessing.
Yeah. So not much in it.
Not a huge amount in it, 50, 60 quid difference.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we've said all there is to say.
Too right, yes.
Haven't we?
Yes, we have indeed. I'd say if there's anything we probably have missed out, especially with this, there's so much to go through. So please have a look. All the descriptions are below, all the full specification on the website. Anything we've missed, please have a look down there. It'll all be there for you to have
just having a
peruse.
There is actually, because there's a USB out on this, on the Boss. Now that puts audio straight into your computer without the need of an audio interface. So if you have got, a digital audio workstation software on your computer, you can literally go straight out of there in your computer and your bass will be in.
It's a good last point, mate, because that doesn't have that, does it? And
it doesn't have that.
You could pay 180 quid or 80 quid, £100 for an interface on its own. So.
If you don't have one, absolutely.
Yeah.
And also the Bluetooth adapter that we were talking about doesn't only mean that you can edit the stuff on there, you can also Bluetooth audio in to the amp as well for practicing.
Yeah.
So another handy little feature there, but it's going to cost you another 50 quid. So, there you go. More money, but
whatever's best for you.
You pay your money, you takes your choice.
Yes, you do's.
So there you go.
Right, there it is. That's Rumble versus Katana, new bass amp.
Yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, let us know. Please do let us know in the comments below. Say if you like what you've seen today, please give us a like. If you're still here with us, please stay with us to the end. But subscribe, click all the things, see some more videos up here in the banners. And we will be with you next time, very shortly.
There's no getting away from it.
Ponderings. No,
if you've enjoyed it, come again. If you haven't enjoyed it, don't watch it.
We love you all.
We do. Bye-bye, everybody. See you next time.
Oh,
how unprofessional.
Time to go.